Hey, what's up, gamers? It's me, Sav, here. Welcome to another video. And today we're talking about the streaming pandemic right now. It's been in the news the last few days that streaming, again, is in the spotlight when it comes to talking about mental health and the effect that streaming for too long can have on creators. There's been some stories in the UK recently particularly about a lot of young men and women who are streaming so much because they know that when they're not streaming, they might be losing subscribers, might be losing viewers. It has an effect on their income and their day-to-day life. And Twitch need to do more to step up to support them in any way, shape, or form. I've worked in the gaming industry now for around 11 years, give or take, right? So I've seen my fair share of like different parts of the gaming world. Now, Twitch and streaming in general is a huge part of it because it is a massive revenue stream for obviously Twitch, now owned by Amazon. And we're talking and focusing on Twitch here as well because let's be completely honest, Mixer went completely down the toilet from Xbox and Facebook gaming. It didn't happen anymore. YouTube gaming, I mean, even I don't even know how to watch someone stream on YouTube gaming. It's so complicated. But again, that's my opinion. You may feel differently, but I find it a really hard, user interface in general to kind of get to a stream of someone's. It's in the gaming. It's mad. Now we all know that in the Twitch space in particular, consistency is key. Okay, if you're looking to get into streaming in any capacity, the more you stream, the more chance there is of new viewers, of growing your channel and being bigger, better, faster, stronger. There are some cases of some streamers, particularly those who are already big creators on other platforms. You take platforms like, the Sidemen, for instance, on YouTube, and they, of course, can stream more, less frequently potentially, but because of the big fan base on YouTube, you can, of course, bring your viewers onto that platform. The same goes to the likes of Tommy Innit and all those Minecraft YouTubers as well, who have blown up over the last year. The same thing happens there as well. Don't stream frequently. When they do, massive numbers and massive commitment from fans who are willing to subscribe and support their channels. For a lot of people, it is the grind. It is the 9 to 5, if you will, but sometimes that 9 to 5 can be like 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. Who knows? You can have any kind of schedule depending on your audience, where you broadcast around the world to your fan bases. It's different for everybody. The big thing right now is that Twitch aren't doing enough to support creators who are streaming too much. Okay, there should be more kind of support in place for those who, because you can stream too much and it's causing anxiety. There's a lot of reports about young people in particular who are streaming who can't really go outside, have to really plan ahead now to go outside because they spend so much time indoors that they've got agoraphobia of some sort. They can't go to the shops. They can't do simple things, which obviously is not all cases, but is in some cases. If you're a streamer, consistency and being on that platform, broadcasting as often as possible, is gonna potentially catch people in the net to subscribe. If you've got a big channel, for instance, and you have a big subscriber base, that's great for you, but the more you broadcast, the more the likelihood is of those viewers finding you again and resubscribing. The thing is, with COVID as well in 2020, a lot of people, particularly I would say from all walks, because I know a lot of people who just tried streaming out of nowhere, who suddenly got into this thing. And I call it this thing because it is such a zeitgeist of this kind of time as well. The fact that streaming is so prevalent now because we stream everything from Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. Everything is on demand. It is one click. That's how TV is becoming redundant to a degree now because we're so focused on immediacy. It is everything. If you have to wait for something to, God forbid you see a buffering symbol on the screen, like, are you kidding me in 2022? These are big things, but immediacy is key, okay? And to know that someone that you like, or someone that you're part of a community, for instance, you're part of a team that supports someone who's online, the more they're there and that you can click a button and watch them live and be entertained live and join like-minded people who also enjoy the channel and the content, that's what it's all about. If you're not there, they're watching somebody else. That's what we've been led to believe. Video games are often in the press for different reasons, mainly surrounding, inspiring some kind of lewd act or violence of some sort. And it's, it's hard to see unfold sometimes, because video games are such a beautiful, wonderful thing that I love and is my life, from a career point of view as well. And to see them, there's so much slander around him when a lot of people don't even know about games in that, who are kind of making the comments a lot of the time, who kind of aren't in the space or understand it, but think they know better. Really kind of, it frustrates me, as I'm sure it does you as well. Now, one thing is interesting. There's a Labour MP called Alex Sobel, okay, in the UK, the chairman of Westminster's all-party parliamentary group on video gaming and esports. Just to reiterate, that is Alex's official title. Westminster's all-party parliamentary group on video gaming and esports. A, I've never heard of him. B, what the hell is that? I mean, what is it? I didn't even know it existed. Maybe I'm being naive, but I've got to be honest here. I didn't know this was even a thing, that someone was there to represent the gaming and esports world. I went and say the platform really needs to think about its mechanics and changing the financial model to protect the health of streamers. But ad revenue aside, financially, it comes down to donations and subscribers. That is where a lot of bread and butter comes from, because donations are ultimately tips, and subscribers, you pay $4.99 a month to subscribe to a channel. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to one channel for free per month with your Prime membership because of the Amazon connection. So there's lots of these different factors. We saw Ludwig, for instance, who's a big streamer who's gone to YouTube now from Twitch, despite having the biggest subscribed channel for one point in time last year during a subathon. And a subathon being when, kind of you encourage people to kind of, you ultimately continuously stream, and every time someone subs to your channel, subscribes to your channel, the clock goes back up again. So let's say you say, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream, but every time that someone subscribes to the channel, the clock will tick up another 30 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever it might be. And that obviously is encouraging you to, the audience at home are, the more they subscribe and support your channel, the more awake you're going to be and the more you can't stop. And I think there's currently a record right now that an IRL streamer in real life has currently got 82 days straight, like, streaming. At the core, the crux of it is creators on this platform. This is the way they make their money. It is this is what it is. It's the grind of constantly being online, available, of grinding and putting yourself out there. It's very odd to me, the irony of you're broadcasting yourself to the world, but from your bedroom. And that's giving the anxiety that you don't want to leave this bedroom, despite the fact that you are putting yourself out to the planet. It's a real dichotomy that's quite strange. Being as healthy as possible in that degree, I think you can very easily with, so we know that gaming is synonymous with trolling and all kinds of different things that come out. But I think that, it's something that needs to be addressed, of course, mental health. And of course, if you are streaming day on day, regularly, non-stop, mental health comes in all different shapes and sizes when it comes to that. Obviously there's the element of, if I don't stream more, I'm not going to get the viewership as well, the trolling. But there's also the element of, if I'm not streaming, somebody else is, competitors. There's an element of like, are they going to supersede me and I'm going to lose? So there's a mental battle there anyway going on. But it's a really hard subject to really kind of go, oh, Twitch is totally in the wrong. Need to wise up and sort this out, because how can you sort out an issue which ultimately comes down to a platform which relies on you broadcasting yourself? And of course, the more you do, the more chance you have of growing your brand, so that one day you could potentially full circle become one of those said creators who doesn't need to stream all the time, but has that community and fan base that's so large you're constantly supported anyway, and you can make a living from it. It's just a really interesting one that I would love your thoughts on as well in the comments below, what you think. Is this a pandemic that all streaming is going to eventually come to a point where it has to have some kind of legislation in place where, they're proposing the idea that you can only stream for a certain amount of time and then the platform has to cut you off because you've hit your limit for the day or for the week, which is really odd to me that you would even have that limit in place, because who are Twitch to decide when you can or can't broadcast yourself? You can do whatever you want to do. That is the beauty of the internet. It's for everyone. Make sure to subscribe, please, to the channel. Make sure to like the video as well if you have done. Take care. I'll see you soon.